Welcome to Lingua Latina Grammatica exercises. These are the exercises that are linked to the grammar at the end of the chapter. And it starts out with one of the very first things you learned in this chapter, a and in a. The difference between the short a and the long a, and then and in o. So the first form, Itali in the blank, in Europa Est, Italia. Let's see if I can get my computer to catch up. There we go. Italia in Europa Est. Roma in Italia. Now, if you just type in the A, you're going to get it right, even though when you say it, you should definitely extend that A from Italia to Italia. Then we have Italia et Graecia in Europa, long A, sunt. Okay, so Italia, Europa, singular, and when, those are, well, I'm not going to explain the cases right now, but those are nominative case, and this long A is ablative case. It's a different case, and we'll explain cases in the next chapter or as we move on. So let's look at exercise number 11. So go ahead and finish exercise 10 on your own. Okay, exercise 11. You can see it's cut off a little bit here, but singular and plural. So it's testing you on singular and plural endings. Us singular, e plural, a singular, I plural, singular, a plural. So you should be able to think of words that use these endings by now as models. And the model in this chapter for the us, e endings was fluvius. The model for I endings here was insula, and a was oppidum. So going back up here to this exercise, fluvius singularis est, fluvii, and the answer is pluralis est. It's plural. Insulae pluralis est. Insulae is plural. Insula est singularis. Oppidum singularis est. Oppida pluralis est. Okay, so I think you get the hang of that. And so you can finish exercise 11 on your own. That's the last exercise for this chapter. When you're done, what you should do is go back into the chapter, carefully study the margin notes, make sure that you know them backward and forward, that you've done the flashcards, or that you've listened to the margin notes daily. The way that I do it is I listen in my car is a good time to listen. It's otherwise it's wasted time. So you can listen to the margin notes in your while you're driving, or while you're doing something else at home. You could record them, put them on a CD, put them on your MP3 player, your iPod, and find a time when you're doing something else that you could be listening. And so once you know the margin notes really well, you've reread through the chapter, then you're ready to try the pensa. Pensum A, B, and K. And pensum A is going to test your grammar knowledge from the chapter, your memory of the endings. Pensum B is going to test your vocabulary recollection, and also your ability to put that in the correct form with the correct ending. And pensum K is going to ask you questions where you actually provide full Latin sentences based on the vocabulary and grammar that you learned from that chapter. So if you score 80% or better, you're not going to be, it is not an official test, but in your mind, if you think you got 8 out of 10 correct on the pensa and you feel comfortable that you understand the chapter, then you're ready to take a quiz in class and move on to the next chapter. So good luck with these exercises, and be sure to let me know if you have any questions. Buona fortuna.